Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 10 of my full platinum walkthrough for the Dead Space Remake. We have just done loads of running around at the end of the previous video, and this is exactly where we left off. We're still in engineering, and yeah, we're going to go and do chapter 10, which is pretty intense, to be honest. There's quite a lot of fighting and things to do, so yes, we're almost there though. This is the last, I mean, it's quite a long chapter. It's the last main one in here, I would say, before we leave the ship. There is chapter 11, which we're still in the ship, but yeah, the last big one before we leave. So yeah, get into the tram and go all the way back to the front of the ship, and this is where we will carry on. So go all the way back towards the main atrium, and then when we get to the shop, go right. We've been down here before. In this room, I think, yeah, there's quite a lot in here. Like, they don't mess around. They're still angry at me for doing all that backtracking, I think. Yeah, again, in practice, I had nothing in here, but we've got... Jesus, they just keep coming. This was not funny, I must admit, because I was not expecting anything. I think there was 4 there, right? So we've got an armoured one, a pregnant one, and 2 regular ones. That was absolutely ridiculous. Chances are you'll walk through that room and not have a single thing up here. Hopefully you don't. So yes, we have been through here already. This is where we went underneath the tram to get that final rig, and this is where we're going to do where we're going to go to carry on. So through this door, this is where we haven't been now, so be prepared for the random enemy encounters, and it's all going to be new. Grab everything you can on this floor and the one above. You probably don't have any nodes, or do we anymore? No, I did spend them, didn't I, at the end of the previous one. If you do have some, then we will go and sort nodes out shortly. We'll be using this bench, actually. We're going to just go and get the final suit upgrade, or the final one for this playthrough anyway. So as we go through here, you'll get your first story-related log. This should be number 150 for you. If it's not, don't worry. I'm going to be doing overtime with the logs. I will just carry on collecting them and putting them in the top corner. I'll just kind of go over. There'll be like 151 of 150. So yeah, don't worry. You've got plenty more to go. If you haven't made it just yet, there's going to be another 9 or 10 in this chapter alone. So yeah, open up the tram station just in case you want to go anywhere. And then, yeah, this is a pleasant room. So have a look around, see what you can grab. And then, unfortunately, I thought there was something then. There's nothing there. What we're going to have to do, or just for safety's sake, we're going to have to stamp every single body in here. So I think it's 3 stamps will be enough just to completely dismember a body. This is going to be monetization out the window straight away. But yeah, when you come back through this room afterwards, there's going to be 2 of the flying ones. You don't want to have to deal with the things that they create. So just stamp all the bodies that you can find, so they just sort of do that final squelch and they don't have any arms and legs anymore. It's gross, I know, but it just saves on messing around afterwards. So scan the whole place. There's plenty of them around. See, I do check. They're hidden behind chairs and all sorts. Well, this is a good way to start a video off, isn't it? Just make the dead even deader. Yeah, I think we're clear now at this point. So yeah, you shouldn't get any enemies in this room at this point, but just make sure everyone's dismembered. And then we'll do a quick save before we move on. We're going to get another missable trophy in a way. There's one place you can get it, and we're about to go and get it. And that's through here in the 0G gym. There's a game called Zero Ball or Z-Ball or something like that. And we're going to have to get the high score on that. So don't worry about stomping all these. We're not going to come back through this room. Just check. I thought there was something in that toilet then. Nope, nothing in there. You get the shower jump scare again in here. Well, they're going to try to anyway. Check the lockers out, and then most importantly on the bench is going to be Schematic 13 of 13, but we already have the trophy. If you don't already have it, it will pop now. And this will be the Advanced Engineer rig, which is the final suit upgrade for the first playthrough. There is one more, and it's in New Game Plus. Through here's another text log. So yes, Z-Ball, Z-Ball rules. And then all these lockers are going to open once we get the high score. And that's what we... one of them has a node in, so obviously we want that. But we need to get to the high score for the trophy Z-Baller. So before bothering, start it up and then turn around. You'll hear them coming out the grate behind you. There they are. You could probably actually put a load of mines in. It would have made this easier. But I do use mines. I'm chucking mines at them. A good amount of them as well. They've both all just been hit. They must be the darker ones. I think they are, aren't they? So they take a lot of damage, honestly. It's not even funny. And of course they're hitting me. It's just not the right weapon for them. I think that's what the problem is. So there should just be 3. They're just not giving up, are they? Yeah, I waste pretty much... Oh my god. All of my ammo for this gun. Just trying to kill them. And then we will just grab the battery in here, which will be at the scoring end of this place. You'll see it there in the distance. Just grab that for now. We'll just put that in the door, in the slot. I'm going to come back in and do some Z-balling. So you will see once I start this... Oh my god. Once I start this, that I do have a high score already. It's because I did fail at the end. I just blew it completely at the end. So this, you're going to see that there is a high score because I've just done a little cut there. So what you need to do is grab the basketball and throw it into any of these hoops. Doesn't matter which. And you'll get 5 points. So there's 6 rounds we need to complete. So that was a good shot. That went in that time. First one is just 15 points. So just 3 baskets. Any of them, doesn't matter. But the ball will come out randomly. I sit around here. Maybe a bit further back is good. Now, in the second round, you'll start seeing some of them glow, and then you want to shoot the ball into the one that is glowing. So usually you'll fire one in, and then the next one will glow. So you can see the red one's glowing. Go for that because that's 10 points. And then in round 3, we need 70 points, and then one of the things is going to keep sliding. It does change. It alternates between which one it will be. So again, just carry on. Looking for the one, whichever one's glowing, and go for that. So usually we'll get one dull shot, and then the next one will be a glowing one. So we'll move on to round 4. It's exactly the same as round 3, but there are now 2 things moving. It's pretty simple. Ultimately what you need to do is get 220 points. They get increasingly faster. The ball comes out faster as well in the later rounds. So that's why it's good to sort of aim at the middle, and then you'll be right there and able to shoot straight away. And yeah, in my final round on the one where I messed it up, I got a high score of 205. I didn't get the lit one, the bright one, kept getting covered up, so I wasn't able to get the 10-point shots, which are pretty important in the final round. So we're on level 5, just got one. We've got 160 on this one. So what do we have? A glowing one now. Usually the glowing one doesn't get covered up. So we're into round 6 now. So things are just going to speed up. The ball's going to come out faster. The sliders move quicker. And you just need to get to 220. You can try this as many times as you like. Ultimately it's missable because if you leave in chapter 11 and you can't do this, you'll have to come all the way back through the game to get to this point. No, this is where it goes a bit wrong. Yeah, there, it slid right past me. So yeah, it's just seconds make all the difference. Because you think, oh, 20 seconds, got loads of time. Yes, and once you do get to 220, you'll get to the trophy Z Baller or Z Baller. And then open up all the lockers for the goodies. So the last two are Ruby and Node, which are the arguably the most important two. And we're going to go upstairs. There's no enemies up here. There shouldn't be anything up here. We're just going to grab a keycard, which means we can move on. And then we're going to go back. So when we go back, there's going to be enemies. The first two are going to be pregnant ones. So if you need to get kills with a specific gun, then you're in luck, because we've got some pregnant ones coming up. I'm just going to use the flamethrower because I need to get rid of them. So if you go out the right-hand door, we're going to go straight down the corridor and miss out the locker room, basically. So a pregnant one's going to come running round, and then there's also going to be one spawning behind you, so you do need to get past this first one. But don't run out the door to the left-hand side just yet of where I am. But yeah, there's a quick, I don't know, 15 kills if you get them, if you pop them both. So whichever gun you need to get them kills with. I'm sure you'll be done by now, to be honest. Right, as you go through here, this guy's alive, so don't move forward just yet. Just kill him, because then the flying ones won't spawn in. And then move forward, and you'll hear the flying ones come in. And because we've taken the time to dismember the dead, then yeah, they're actually coming up pretty quick, actually. Yeah, they're just going to come straight for you because you've annoyed them. Can't pick that up. Healing's actually fine because this final suit upgrade doesn't have a health upgrade, a health slot. So now we're going to do some selling and purchasing. So there's level 5. I'm also going to get the trophy pack rat here. So I'm just going to sell this. Don't need that anymore. And then I'm going to move these two for now. So I am close, so I might as well just fill up the 25 slots. You can do this at any time. You may probably already have it, to be honest. I'm not going to be using the force gun, so I'm just going to move those, and that's enough for me to get pack rat. So that's 25 items in storage at one time. I'm going to purchase the suit. So this is level 5. And then I'm also going to purchase 5 nodes. We are done purchasing upgrades, so all your money can go on whatever the hell you like, to be honest. If you obviously you're going to be going into New Game Plus next, so all of your money in New Game Plus, because we're going to play it on the easiest difficulty, can just go on nodes and just get that out of the way. You're not going to be able to. You're not going to have to buy ammo or health or anything like that. So, because there'll be plenty of it, and you'll be on easy, so you won't even need to worry about it. So if you're more worried about buying health, if you're low on that, maybe just stick with that over buying the nodes. But I'm going to buy 5, which will leave us 20,000, or leaves me 20,000. So I'm not going crazy at this point. I'm also going to put the force gun away. I'm not going to use it. These are my 4 I'm going to stick with. Ultimately, it's down to you. I'm going to keep the stasis things around for now. You never know when you want to just grab a couple. I'm not in need of money. Just going to run back to the tram station. I can hear something and it's right in front of me. They just won't give me a minute just to do a little bit of backtracking. It's constant. So, suit upgrades. Health is already at full, so I'm going to do size on the stasis and also energy, and then duration. Air is, I don't really need air. Well, we do, but yeah, we've got enough. I'm going to do contact beam. I think I do eventually do that later on. Duration on flamethrower is good, so you get that extra bit of damage in there. And then plasma cutters, also very good. So I can get up to this damage one, so I'll do that. So yeah, pretty much free to do what you want with the money that you get. Just we do need to purchase quite a few nodes. It's about 30 or so across the 2 playthroughs. But in New Game Plus, you will have plenty of money that you're not going to be using on anything else. So you can just save it all for then. If you want to just buy health and ammo now, if that's more of a priority for you now, then do that. So do a quick save before we move on. So we'll use that card that we just got, and we'll use the lift and go down to floor 1. And as we get out of the lift here, we're going to go through another door, and then there's going to be a lengthy cutscene, and an old friend is back. So I'm going to skip the cutscene in a moment. Be ready, because the hunter is back. You just need a bit of stasis. Honestly, we're just going to run away from him. We're not going to try and... It's easy enough. Just hit him with stasis. Cut his leg off so he slows down. And then you want to run past the window he's just come through. Shoot this blob. And just escape. So you can wait for him to come towards you. You can hit him with some more stasis. And then just once you get through this door here, he's going to leave you alone. For now, he will be back. And you get a weird musical cue as you come around this corner, as he sort of disappears. It reminds me of The Shining. Anyway, I don't know why you needed to know that, but there you go. So the idea is that we need to release the marker by shooting loads of tentacles, and that's why we've got to come to all these different areas. There is a little something down here, if I remember. Yeah, there's just something on the floor. This is the way we'll come out afterwards. So both doors lead into this place. So just keep an eye out for things lying around. You're okay enemy-wise until we go down the lift, and then there's 2 of the enemy I probably dislike the most, which are those ones that fall apart, you know, into the heads and the arms crawling around. There's 2 of them, and they're a bit of a pain in the arse to kill because they don't really stun, and then they fall apart, and obviously you want some sort of crowd control. So force gun might be good if you've still got that. Flamethrower, grenades, whatever. There's also a random head as well, knocking about. So there'll be one spawning behind you, and there'll be this one here. Oh, the other one didn't spawn behind me. Sorry. Usually it does. It comes through. There's a grate, a vent directly behind you. Now I'm going to try and switch to the flamethrower. Completely forget which button it's on. There we go. Jesus Christ. Right. I think we're good. That was terrible, wasn't it? Even though I knew they were there. Sometimes it's worse because I know that they're there. What I need to do. And it just goes completely wrong. But we got there in the end. Right, have a quick scan around. I can't get this one. Strange. I wasn't going to let it go. I wasn't. I was having it. But no, not at all. That thing is well stuck under there. Never mind, it was probably only 100 credits. Which... is completely overshadowed by the fact that there's a ruby semiconductor there, which is 10,000. So that makes up for it. So we've got a store and a bench here. I don't know why I've got those, but I'm just going to put them into storage for now. I probably could just sell them, to be honest. I'm not going to use it again. But you never know, if you run really low on ammo, you might want to switch to a weapon you don't particularly care for, because you might have a bunch of ammo left for it. I did just buy a node then, by the way, but I didn't use it. I'll save it until we've got a few more. I'm not in a rush to use it. Down here, if you go to the left, coming out of the door, there's going to be another node. And then when you get to the bottom end of here, turn around because there's going to be a crawler. It's one of the dark ones as well, so it's strong. It's going to come flying towards you. Just give a little bit of everything. Give them a taste of everything we've got. Okay. Reload everything. Put a quick save in. So there's 3 different areas we're going to go to now, and they all have a tentacle leading through them. There's actually 4, but there's only 3 of them that matter. They have a tentacle leading through them. As long as you don't shoot the tentacle in the area, this is area 1. Let's just call it that. I think it said big. There was a big A on the side there. Let's call it area A then. As long as you don't shoot the tentacle blob, the yellow thing, the hunter won't spawn. So you're free to run around and do whatever the hell you want. We're going to do that. Essentially, we're going to set up our escape route and everything, so we can just shoot the blob, run, and we don't even have to see him usually. So in here is going to be a gas room. This is why I'm not bothered about air. I've got 140 seconds. Not 100. 100. Oh my god. Quick maths. 1 minute 40 seconds, also known as 100 seconds. Yeah, there's 2 of the tentacle things. You know, the ones that stick to the wall and spawn out the little things. I grabbed this because I wanted to see if you could stab them. The answer is no. So flamethrower as usual. There's one dead ahead, and then there's going to be one to the left as well. This area I'm in here is more an L shape essentially. So just get rid of these 2, and then there's no more enemies until you pop the thing, which we're not even going to go near. Oxygen there, so you can just keep running around here freely, top up or go out the door, whatever. Just have a look for things. There's stuff all over the place in here. So have a scan around. So down there, dead ahead where I am now, is where the tentacle ends, and that's where we want to shoot it. But we're not going to do it there now, down there. So we're not going to do that just yet. Just going to top up. There's actually a log round here. Where is it? There it is. So if you still need any. I'm going to go into this bottom room here. Should be safe once you go through here. You may get the odd enemy turn up. Node on the wall. Obviously we need those. We'll get that. Let's see what else you can salvage in here. And then we're going to grab this battery and we're going to open up our way out. It is really clumsy grabbing batteries and going through doors in this game. So there should be nothing until you pop the, let's call it a blister for what it is. There should be, I'm stuck on something, on a table apparently. Nothing should spawn in this room. You should be completely fine until you do the tentacle. And this is going to be our way out, so just remember where you are, because this is where we're going to be coming out. So throw a quick save in if you wish, because the hunter is about to appear, but you shouldn't even see him if you do this right. So hopefully we've got everything now. If not, just have a quick final look if you want. So the tentacle ends down to the left, just top up. I don't know why. I've got more than enough time. So yeah, do have a look. This guy's crapping out credits, so make sure you get those if he's done that for you. Stomp that, and then this is where the tentacle ends. So just pop that and then run. Don't even turn around, just run. The stuff going on around you will be the tentacle popping. The hunter will spawn in behind you somewhere. There's going to be enemies spawn in this room as well. Just keep running for the door. Completely ignore them. We're not coming back here, so it doesn't matter. Out here, and you should be good, and we'll just use the lift and go back up. That was easy enough, wasn't it? So that's area A. done. There's going to be an enemy here potentially, but do not take him on. Just leave him because he just leaves. I don't know why. He's done it twice for me. I guess he was part of the ambush downstairs. I don't know. Yeah, that's not cool, putting one of those in a corner like that. I had to stasis him. That was sneaky, that one. But yeah, we're back upstairs, and this is the path we were on before, so we're just going to go all the way back round and leave and go to the next area to get rid of the next tentacle. I say tentacle weird, don't I? I just realised that as I said it. There's no I in it. Anyway, we're back in this room. So now that the hunter is not around, you can just run around and grab all the boxes. There's loads of stuff in here. Loads and loads. The marker's in here as well. It's the first time we've really been near it. If you do go near it, the screen goes all fuzzy. Don't worry, it's not killing you or anything. It just happens. I don't like going near it though. It's weird. Like I'm going to pull all these things towards me because I just don't like going near it. It feels like I shouldn't, but no, you are completely fine. And that should be everything. And we'll go upstairs now that we can. This is not a safe place. You may potentially get enemies now and again, so just be aware of that. But it is our safe place in brackets with regards to saving and a shop. I'm not going to buy any more nodes yet. I've got 25,000. I'll just save the money for now. It makes very little difference at this point adding the one, unless you're going, the next one is going to be a damage one for a gun you use a lot. Then yeah, obviously go get another node and use it. But yeah, ultimately it's not going to do too much. So don't worry about buying more. So we'll do a save in and then we'll go to area B. And you will get our first, well, it's not first, but it's the first one in a long while, log. Our first story related one. Right, this room we're about to walk in is pretty nasty. It's not terrible. It's 2 spitters and a regular one. It's just a pain because it goes really dark. So there's going to be, I think the spitters should spawn to the right. It is actually called B. To the right and to the left. So I'm going to put a mine there. It blows up. I don't think the spitter hits it. There's going to be one to the left here. There's one behind me still. And there's one in the middle, which is not a spitter, but it's going to be one that runs after you. Which is great. And the mine missed. I think I just blew 2 mines together and did absolutely nothing there. No, I'm throwing all sorts of random crap at this thing now. Good old flamethrower, why not? So yeah, it's just the 3, and once the lights come up, same again. You should be pretty clear in this middle section anyway. You shouldn't get any more enemies in this middle bit until you pop the thing and leave. Yeah, nothing. I thought there was going to be an extra thing. No, I've picked everything up. So we'll go in the side rooms. We'll unlock those rooms in a minute. But yeah, again, it's an L shape. You can kind of think of it as an L shape. But do watch out. Occasionally there will be enemies. Yeah, see, there you go. This place is not completely devoid of life. Like Area A was. Yeah, I've only got the 4 guns. I was going to switch it, but I've got 3 others I can use. I've got loads of ammo for the my favourite gun, which I will be using a lot more towards the end now. which is the beam. So in this room you will have a dead body hanging, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing else. You might have the random item here or there, but ultimately there's probably nothing in here. And in this next room is where we're going to finish our third and final side mission. So scientific methods is going to be finished here. So as you walk in, you're going to scramble, and then Nicole's going to start talking. You can see on the screens ahead there's going to be a thing between Nicole and Isaac there.
Isaac. Sorry,
so while that's sort of play, it goes on for really quite a long time actually, which I will cut out. But before that, I'm just going to walk around and grab everything. This is not part of the... I suppose technically it is. This room is. It's the room behind. So I'm just going to stand here and let it sort of play. You have to watch it. Or you don't have to watch it, you have to listen to it. And once it's all done, the room at the back will now open up. And you can go in. And then interacting with the console at the back will start the final scientific method thing. So this is the finale of that. And there is also a weapon upgrade in here. Obviously we need that, so get that as well. I'm not going to stick around and watch it. I'm not even going to scrub forward this time. I'm just going to leave. You can do that. You don't have to watch it. You'll get the trophy, which is ultimately all that we want. Of course, you can watch it. You probably want to the first time. But I'm going to leave. You're going to see the trophy pop. There it is, whole again. And you'll see that it's triggered and it's all finished now. I think I can hear something. So that's our blob this time. Don't shoot that yet. I'm going to go in here. There is a woman in here who's just laughing hysterically and eventually kills herself, because everybody does in this game. Yeah, you just saw that scientific methods is all done now. So that's all side missions done, ticked off. We are almost free to leave at this point. Right, as you pick the battery up in here, just be aware there is one dead ahead, but I did get an extra one, which was... yeah, I should just use this gun against them. This gun or the flamethrower seems to be the best. So there is a normal necromorph on the floor here now. Or actually it's a stronger one. Letting that fire damage do its little bit there as well. You might also get another one behind you once you put the battery in. I'm going to open up doors, that's what we want, so put it indoors. And I think we're clear at that. Nope, that's not the right door at all. Nope. See, she's gone. Take her head clean off that time. This room is not of massive importance. There is a semiconductor in here and a collection of legs. I don't know. Okay. Legs and yeah, I think there should be a semiconductor on the table, or the mirror here, there, and lots of body parts, which is great. But what we do want to open up are these doors out here. And in here is going to be another weapon upgrade. It's going to be in this master override chest for the flamethrower. So just one more to get, and that will be in the next chapter. And that will be all the weapon upgrades as well. We are nearly done. We're getting there. Yep, quick scan in there, and then we're going to be good to leave. So same again, really. I'm just going to pop the blister, or whatever you want to call it. I hate the word blister, to be honest. I really don't like it. And then we're going to run out, because everything in here is done. So, yep, there. Once it's done, just run and leave. Again, you shouldn't even see the hunter. You should just be able to run There'll be enemies dropping in behind you and all sorts. Just leave and you'll be fine. And back out here again. So you'll see the tentacle will carry on and that will pop. It's not actually for this side, it's for the opposite side. And then we can go into the executive part. And this will be area C. I was reading my notes there, that's why I was flapping all over the place, not actually going anywhere. Yeah, so we do have conductors. So we'll get rid of those. I'm just trying to keep inventory quite low. You can see I do have a lot of beam ammo. I'm very happy about that. Because it's really good. Well, I think it is. Yeah, we'll be using it for later and for the final boss as well. In chapter 12. Nope, thought I saw something there. Little something on the wall here. And then into executive. There will be a log here on the floor if you still need any.
My friends, is this what you hoped for when you signed your lives away to the church? Does this carnage look like transcendence? I don't know what lies beyond death. Not anymore.
There might be something on there was for me last time.
If we work together, we can fight this evil. It's not too late.
And then, yes, right. So, unfortunately, we need to do the same again. There are bodies in here. We need to dismember them. There's going to be a single... is it just single? Either way, there's going to be a collection of enemies, and at least one of them is a flying one. So you're going to want to take care of the bodies in here again. Pick up the log up here if you still need them, or if you just want to read it. And then just go crazy, stamping the crap out of all these poor, innocent people, really. I mean, I'm sure they don't mind at this point, but it's still terrible, isn't it? And then, yeah, just go into each room. There's no one here until you pop the blister, which is in the bathroom. God, I really don't like that word. I've got to come up with a better one. In here's going to be another log. This room is extremely important in New Game Plus because this is where we trigger the alternate ending. There's going to be a new set of collectibles in it, New Game Plus, and this is where you put them all. I thought this was quite good. Managed to get everything out of the way in one swipe, but I don't know why. It just pleased me doing that. Anyway, yep, another log here. I'll have a scan around, see what you can find. So this is where the tentacle ends. It's round it back. So do not shoot it yet. This is a key card we can use to open up the final two rooms. So it's above me there now, so just leave it, otherwise the hunter will spawn in. And we'll go across, and then, yeah, if you go into this one, I think this one's the one with the guy on the floor that I always forget about. Yeah, there he is. So he'll always be there. He's only a weak one. It might actually be... No, it can't be. Is it the captain? Oh, it might be. Is this where they kill the captain? I can't remember now. Anyway. Yeah. In here is going to be a maximum security override. It's just a gold semiconductor. What we want to do is hit this and go into the next room. And in there's going to be a node. And then that's this bit done. Really quite a nice one. It's nice and furnished. Nice, clean looking. And bright more than anything. But on the way out of this one, we're going to get shut in, and there's going to be a fight. Not with the hunter, but there will be a fight. So, final warning: just to pop or dismember the bodies, and get your favourite weapon ready. So, yep, shoot it, and then run out, and everything's going to go into lockdown once you get out here. And yeah, it's not too bad of a variation of it. It's not like there's any spitters or anything. It's more melee based, but there is the flying one somewhere. So yeah, just watch them out. It's going to be completely... There he is. It's going to be completely random for you as well where they spawn. But it's pretty straightforward. A lot of melee ones, which at this point aren't really a bother. It's the ones that shoot from a distance. Yeah, they do have armor. This is why I'm going for the flamethrower, because they are armored. I think there is one more somewhere. I just can't... There he is. Oh, that one got me. That's not fun. And that's it. Pretty straightforward. And it would have been a lot less straightforward had you left all the bodies around, because then you get a selection of other enemies to deal with. Right, that's area. This one's actually called D, isn't it? Let's go. This is... I'm getting confused. I should have just stuck with 1, 2 and 3. Now we're going to go to another area, but there's no enemies. It's very quick. But yeah, with regards to the areas within this bit, we are actually done. But there is another branching one off to the other side. I suppose this one will be C. But I was just doing ABC as in order. So sell whatever you want. Throw another save in. I'm just going to manually use the smaller ones, because it saves on space as well, I suppose. Now let's close this chapter out. So I'm going to go around here. I suppose this one's called C then. Do watch out for random things popping out. You shouldn't get anything, but you never know. And they come in here and it's going to be Dr. Kine. So he's going to go on a whole long thing, which I'm going to skip in a minute. We're just going to open up these lockers first. And then I'm just going to stand in front of the window and I'll watch that. You have to watch it. And you can see the final one's actually behind him. So it's just really quick, this one. There's a side room, which I don't know what the hell happens to him. Like, he's going to walk off to the left through that door. And then he disappears. Now, I don't want to give away any ending by saying anything. No, I can't even mention it, because if you've not played it before, yeah, you won't know at this point. So yeah, another log there behind him. Item here. We're not going to pop it just yet. I'm just going to go in here. There is not a way out of this room, is there, that I'm completely missing? Like, where the hell did he go? I'm not... He is... I can't give it away. Anyway, clear the room out. Use this mainly just to drop off your inventory, and also you can upgrade at this point. Put it wherever you want. There's no specific you want to do. So we'll do that one on the cutter. I don't think I'm using the pulse rifle too much at this point, so I'm not particularly bothered about that. Contact beam, I do eventually put 4 in here if I remember rightly. Maybe even 5. I might actually put the rest in here. So yeah, I go 1 there, and then I actually see that there's a PFD, which is primary fire damage. That's good for this one. That's the beam itself, which is what I use on that. So it's fully powered up. And then we're going to be leaving. So now we'll pop it on the way out. Don't worry, I don't think there's a running section here. I don't think the hunter actually spawns in behind you here. But we're going to leave anyway. Now, do not go down the lift just yet. No, you're on the other side now. Do not go down the lift just yet, because a load of enemies will spawn and it goes all dark and horrible. So don't do it just yet. Put a save in here. It's quite an important one, because this is can be a bit of a nasty fight, depending on what you get and where they appear. Now, I actually prefer... You can do the fight down here by the marker, but I actually prefer coming back up. It's up to you where you do it. So I'm going to let it start, and then I'm going to go upstairs, and everything will spawn in. It's a bit brighter up there, down there, but you have the linear paths here, which do help. And I am using the beam here as well, the contact beam. You see, it just melts through enemies. So you should, yeah, just be aware that there's a vent behind you, or behind me now. There's one in front of you, and there's also some down to the right, so they can appear from anywhere. Just use your ears and listen for them. No, I'm not going to throw credits on it. Am I? There we go. You should get a couple of melee. There's going to be one of the tail ones there. Got another melee coming up behind me. He was pretty quick. Armoured one. And then there's going to be an explosive one as well. And there should be a tail one. But the tail one is not playing ball for me. He's downstairs still. He usually just comes up. I think he's the first one that spawns in. But he's not coming up, so I'm going to have to go down and meet him. This is why I'm still being cautious, because the lights would come on once you finished. Yeah, don't stand on those. He is down there somewhere. I was expecting him to come up because, you know, they're really good at closing the gap. Yeah, there he is. I thought it was behind me then, but it's not. It's in front of me somewhere. I can't see it. There it is. Okay, so you'll see that as well. The red there is when an enemy gets close to the marker. I think they get stronger. I don't really hang around to find out, but it does look like, you know, they're getting a buff. So that's that fight done. Just one more fight to deal with, and it's more of a puzzle type fight. It does involve the hunter. Yeah, it does. It's the final time we have the hunter. Basically, we're going to kill the hunter. It's not really a spoiler to say that at this point. It had to happen at some point. So stasis is good. You just see I've got 3 there. You want to have it. It's very integral. Obviously, you're fighting the hunter. You need to slow it down and leave it in a specific place. That's what we're going to be doing. There is a refill, but you might not be able to get to it because a load of enemies spawn. It's going to be one of those things where you just kind of ignore everything else and just concentrate on the hunter and getting him deaded. So stasis, just freezing everything else, is a perfectly viable strategy, because once you kill the hunter, everything else just leaves. So yeah, let's put another save in. Send the marker on its way. Go through this door. There's going to be a node, and you will also get another log at this point.
You have it. Now install the singularity core on the shuttle. I'll come help you load the marker. Damn, Mercer's close. Hurry.
So yeah, Mercer is close. Sorry. Just one more after this. So it's not going to start right away. You're free to just completely go around this area and crack all the boxes open. Have a look around, fill your stasis up, all that. Just don't go into the ship, and you won't start the fight. You go into the ship, you put the core in, and then everything kicks off. So yeah, you can actually go close to the marker. Usually I don't like to hit, but there was some goodies behind there. So this is where we're going to. This is the back of the ship, and what we're going to do is we're going to test. If there's a control room to my left, and we're going to test the engine of the ship, and we want to trap the hunter behind it, and that's going to kill it. Why regular fire doesn't and that does, I don't know. This was close because that is a fire thing next to me, so probably shouldn't stamp that. Right, when you've cleared up and you've got your stasis filled up and everything like that, and you're ready to go. Go into the ship, put the core in. It's not going to happen just yet. It's when you come and test the engines for the first time. So you want a weapon that's good at cutting legs off. Now it's going to spawn in this room with you once you do the test. Do not cut his legs off in here. Do not slow him down. You just want to stasis him. That you want to slow him down in that regard, but do not cut his legs off. You want him to follow you so you can finish this quickly. So let him come towards you a bit, hit him with stasis. I think I hit the door there as well. So yeah, do not cut his legs off because you want him to be quick. You'll get all sorts of different enemies out here. A whole assortment of things will appear, and they will keep spawning as well. So you want to stand around here and keep looking out behind you and in front of you for enemies. Yeah, there's a quick one there. That's one of the stasis ones. We're just going to get rid of him. So the hunter is down there. You can see it is down. But the reason I haven't gone back just yet is I want it around here before I do it. Just hit it with a couple extra ones. And then we're going to run through the ship, straight into the control room, and hit the test button again. And that's going to nuke. There, you see, everything leaves. That's going to nuke the hunter if he is still there. He was just getting up, but that's why we cut his legs off at that point. So he does have to do the regen thing, and you stasis him, obviously it slows him down. And then yes, you want to have a fully loaded gun before leaving the door, going through the door, because the tentacle will grab you. There'll be a cutscene there. I've just skipped it. You do have a moment to switch your gun here, not much, but yeah, we're going to need to pop this tentacle. I'm using the good old beam as well, so yeah, at this point you can switch guns and things. Here's not the best time to shoot. You can have a little bit of a go. There's not particularly good because it's on a corner. Yeah, here's quite good, but here's where you want to go for it. That's when you should be able to drop it. But yeah, be ready. If you get near the hole, then it's going to drag you in and you're going to die, and you'll have to quickly jump out and redo that final fight. But once that is done, you will get the final log of chapter 10, and that's chapter 10 done. Yeah, so there's quite an intense bit at the end there. It can get pretty intense with that fight, but once this call is done, then you will get the trophy Keeper of the Faith, and that is chapter 10 done. We're actually back at where are we? The front of the ship, where we started basically. So I'm just going to go through here. There is a save thing here, so I'm going to use this. Yeah, I can hear something. The game's not quite finished yet. Nope, double take in there. Not quite finished with me. So I'm just going to leave this in because it scared the crap out of me, let's say. So I was ready to finish there. Nope, it's not finished with me just yet. I thought I could hear another one, but they always just put that little delay in. Anyway, there, now I'm clear. They shouldn't have been there, but you never know with this game, do you? So put a save in, and that will be it. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.